Gareth Wheeler with you. Yes, finally spring has sprung here, and it's going to be a very busy couple weeks for Toronto FC. Houston Dynamo come to town on Friday night. Orlando City, another home match on Wednesday. 5 games in 15 days is what lay ahead for Toronto FC. Now, the good news, if they've kicked off this homestand on the right start, coming off the 3-1 victory over the Chicago Fire, and the team looks to be almost fully fit. Of course, Drew Moore remains out, Chris Mavinga, but Jason Hernandez, Ashton Morgan, among others, all in full training this week. And this is a chance for Greg Vanney to establish some consistency within the team. With a week off between games, he's going to have a full complement of players to choose from, and potentially for the first time this season, he may roll out the same starting 11 in any week of this season. It's incredible how the depth has been challenged early, but it bodes well for the team as they move forward. Here's Greg Vanney ahead of Friday night's match against Houston.
I thought we showed pretty good patience when we had the ball, and we found ourselves and found guys in good spots, and the ball moved quickly, right? We continued to emphasize the theme that we want the ball to move quick and try to give time to the next guy. Don't dwell on the ball too long and try to keep getting the ball to the next guy quickly, so we can get it to Seba and Josie and to Victor and to the guys up in the front areas with the opportune amount of time to make things happen.
Let's get into our keys of the match, and we're going to go back to a place where we were last week. It's all about keeping up the tempo. The team played much better against Chicago, playing quicker, more direct at times, being a little bit more brave in the attacking third. Sometimes when a team sits back against you, you tend to play a little bit more slow and you're being patient, but I thought that they pressed when they needed to and really took control of the tempo by quickening up the pace last week that needs to carry over to this Friday night against the Houston Dynamo. The second key to the match, give it to Javinko. 26 shots in his last 3 games. He's atop MLS with both shots on target and shots period. He's on a good run of form. Was the MLS player of the week last week with 2 sensational goals. Javinko's dropping a little bit deeper to find the ball in a pocket of space right in front of Josie Altidore. I think that's the proper role for him to pick up the ball, gives him the ability to run at defenders, and that's where they find themselves in trouble. So give the ball to Javinko in that kind of space and let him go. Seba can be a superstar again come Friday night. And finally, beware the fox in the box. Eric Kubo-Torres leads MLS in scoring thus far, 7 goals in 7 games. And yes, 3 of them have come from the penalty spot, but he's a player that just has a knack for finding space inside the area. He doesn't do a lot in terms of the build-up play, but Houston has plenty of other legs in order to really do a job on the counterattack. TFC will have to be wary of that, limiting time and space for players like Ellis, Kyoto. They're all very talented South American or Central American players who've made a difference in this team, but it's Torres and his ability to find that space that's really the true danger. Once you switch off, once you start looking at the runners rather than the goal scorer, then that's when you find yourself in trouble. So you need to beware of Torres and making sure that whether it's Nick Hagland or Eric Zavaleta or Justin Morrow, that they key in on that player and don't watch the ball, understand what's going on behind them. So those are your keys to the match. You can watch this Friday night's game against the Houston Dynamo as Toronto FC look for back-to-back victories at home on TSN, and you can listen on TSN 1050 Radio.